I think we have to come back to the definition on what is a refractory patient. So you have different situations. One is the patient is not able to get cured by the treatment. Second is in remission, then he relapses. And the standard of treatment at the present time is, at least for a young patient, to give a chemotherapy regimen, to obtain a remission, and to submit the patient to autologous stem cell transplantation. So the third definition for refractory patient is to relapse after autologous stem cell transplantation. So you have three different situations, and at each time you have to find a new treatment. Basically, until now, most of these treatments were chemotherapy, and now we are moving to another field. Well, the goal of this study was not to develop a new treatment. That was to set the basis on the definition of what is a refractory patient and to see what type of outcomes they have around the world. So we put the patient from different studies, two large randomized studies from Canadian, the Coral study, international one, and two centers in the US. And after the definition that I outlined, we look at the outcome of this patient. And in fact, we started with more than 861 patients, and the analysis was made of 635 patients. So we look at the patient characteristic. All these patients had advanced disease, good performance status because they were submitted to treatment. We excluded patients with poor performance status. They had disseminated stages, and they were mostly quite young patients because they were eligible for stem cell transplantation. So after that, we look at the response rate according to various types of treatment. Even in most of them are standardized. And the response rate in all that type of situation was only 26%. Quite low response rates, with some patients in complete remission, very few of them. And it was no different according to the definition that I outlined. First, refractory patient. Second, refractory patient. Third, relapse post-autologous stem cell transplantation. And then we look at the outcome of the three groups of patients. And it was really poor. You know, around 6 months median survival, ranging from 5 months to 7 months. So that means that with that study, we have a very well-defined population that we can, present to alternative treatment. We can discuss other treatments with that type of population because we know that with conventional chemotherapy, we will not go very far. Roughly, when you have this definition of refractory patient not responding to treatment, stable disease, at that time you have almost no difference among these different types of patients. But we are speaking about a young population, mostly a young population, so no difference. So if in diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, that's very difficult to find a new chemotherapy. Most of the treatment at the present time with new treatment, chemotherapy, provide a response rate around 30%, so exactly what we have now. And immunotherapy is coming, and that I guess the next step that we will look at, and we have a strong feeling about the CAR T cell with a limited number of patients, but with the same category with response rate over 70%. So that's the beginning of phase 2. And I guess that we will try to extend that all around the world and in Europe, mainly to improve the situation.